Jay and Benjamin are about to insist Stuart says sayonara to the spending sprees.
Stuart, hello. I'm Jay.
Nice to meet you.
This is Benjamin.
Nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Now, we've got a couple of things we wanted to show you in here. But before we go in, I just wanted to ask you a question. Japan. Because we've been round your house. It's like the Japanese water garden, all the Japanese robots and everything else. What is it about Japan?
I love Japan. I love everything about it. I love the culture, the civilization. I love everything.
And have you actually been to Japan?
I haven't yet.
Ah, right.
yet.
Well, hopefully you might quite like the Japanese theme that we've got today. So come with us. Now, come and have a look at this. So what do you think all of this could possibly represent?
Maybe you're taking me to Japan and this is all my luggage.
Oh, a reward. Now, Mr. Robot, do you want to go and grab him for me? Mr. Robot has a tag around his neck. And what does that say on it?
It says 25 grand.
OK. Now, what do you think that figure represents?
That would be how much I've spent on robots.
OK. Now, I'm going to hold this robot for a minute. And what I'd like you to do is just to walk around this circle and have a count up of how many bags and pieces of luggage there are that you can see. Off you go. Have a walk round.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 41, and 42.
42? OK. Now, what I want you to think about is the fact that if you hadn't have spent 25,000 on your robot collection, you could have actually have had 42 trips to Japan.
No way.
For that same money.
No way.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah. What have I been doing?
What have you been doing?
I know one way I look at it is because I can't go to Japan, I've brought Japan to me.
But you can go to Japan.
Yeah.
And you could have
Buy
gone.
less robots.
Yeah.
Enough looking at what might have been. Jay and Benjamin now need to show Stuart the harsh reality of his future.
So please,
Here we go.
if you could just take a seat at your desk, please.
To help Stuart appreciate the severity of his situation, Jay and Benjamin handcuff him to the job that he hates.
Now, how does that feel? Comfy?
It's not very comfortable.
Do you feel stuck? You really feel trapped?
Yeah.
The reason that you are chained to this desk is because you are £20,000 in debt. There is your debt. There is your desk. Sit there and look at it. The reason that we've chained you here is because I want you to realise just how long you're going to be chained to your desk if you carry on with your current set of loan repayments.
OK.
You will be free of these chains and free of your debt on the 6th of May, 2012.
My God. So much wasted life. I don't want to be here in 5 years.
OK, well, it's not that bad, it's worse. Because it's all very well paying off your debt, but at the rate that you're overspending at the moment, even when this is paid off by this date, you will have an additional £86,000 of debt.
No, how?
How? By overspending, by spending more than you earn. It's got to come from somewhere.
The Gucci, the robots, the Japanese water garden, all these things are going to continue and continue and continue, and that's where you're going to end up.
Which will keep you sat at this desk chained for a lifetime.
Which is going to be a lot worse than what you've got now.
So you're really here at a crossroads in your life right now. You can choose to stay chained to this desk, or you can choose to do something about it.
No, set me free.
Set you free?
Yes.
But you feel that you're willing to be open and come on this journey and really have a look and explore.
Faced with this,
Yeah.
definitely.
And now you're free. You can come with us.
Unless drastic measures are taken, Stuart's heading for a financial meltdown. Having sifted through Matthew's stuff, Benjamin and Jay want to confront him with some home truths.
Now I am nervous. Once blindfolded, they lead Matthew inside to unveil the scale and horror of his debt.
What do you think?
There's lots of me everywhere.
Well, what I'd like you to do is you may notice that each one of you is wearing a T-shirt with a black patch on the front.
Okay.
I'd like you to reveal what's underneath.
£4,550. £4,550.
OK, keep looking.
Matthew seems to be uncovering a pattern.
£4,550.
So have you got any idea what this represents?
Something I've bought, maybe?
What, a single purchase?
I bloody well hope not.
Could quite possibly be, yeah.
£4,550 is the average person in this country's debt.
Right.
OK. Do you know why we have 12 people here?
I can only now assume that it must be how much I owe.
Yeah.
All of them.
So you're carrying the debt of 12 average people in this country.
Right.
On a single pair of narrow shoulders.
The other thing is, you've got to work 12 times harder to pay this amount back.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Gobsmacked. Very. I always thought it was quite normal. I just thought everybody had that sort of level of debt and everybody was coping.
So you're beginning to see the scale of the problem that confronts us all here.
Definitely.
Not very nice.
I'm almost speechless, yeah.
Benjamin and Jay need to put a stop to Matthew's consumer cravings. First step of rehab, a week of cold turkey. Having scoured her finances, Benjamin and Jay decide to show Lorna the true cost of her so-called savings. They know Lorna can't resist a bargain, so they've arranged a little demonstration to put the boot in.
Hello.
Hello, how do you do, Benjamin?
Hi, I'm Jay. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good.
Can Benjamin and Jay drive home the seriousness of her situation?
Now, before we open this car boot, we just wanted to ask you what you think your current debt situation is today. Do you know how much you owe?
Yeah.
How much is it?
35,000 on my credit cards.
Right. Well, we've worked out that your debt is, in fact, £39,000 in total. Does that surprise you?
No,
That we found another 4?
no. Well, I haven't had it out for a few weeks, so no.
Oh, right.
You don't seem at all fazed by this.
Well, I knew it's about 35, so 39's just a
And you
bit
think
more.
39 is about 35, so that's all right.
Well, it's just a few thousand more, isn't it?
That may be the thinking that got you here in the first place.
Probably did.
It's obvious Lorna doesn't understand just how bad things are. To get the message across, Benjamin and Jay take her for a spot of window shopping to reveal a frightening financial future.
If you carry on spending as you've been doing, you'll see on this mannequin here, in 5 years' time, you'll be £100,000 in debt. But if we look out even further than that, maybe 10 years' time, £160,000 in debt.
Yes. If nothing changes, then everything just stays the same, but things do change.
You sound confident that something will change.
Yes, I am.
Because otherwise, you'll be retiring with £304,000 of debt.
So what do you feel when you see these figures on the 3 T-shirts?
I don't think that far ahead.
But that far ahead will arrive. It will eventually be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 22 years from now.
I just always think something will come up, and the thing with thinking about...
Maybe we're that something. Look,
yeah,
here.
well, yes,
Something
here we
came
are.
up.
This is it, yes.
See?
It might not be what you wish for,
But
no.
it's not just going to be something that happens to you. It's something that you have to do as well.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
Okay.
And I like doing things.
We
and
can be a
I've got lots
catalyst
of-
for change, but
Yeah.
the only person that can
Who can
change
change?
here is you.
It's me.
Time for celeb-obsessed Roxanne to face up to her spending. To ram home their message, Jay and Benjamin are about to give her the red carpet treatment.
Is this all right with you?
Yeah, you like a limerick? A bit of limerick? We're going to a celebrity do.
Really?
Yeah, black tie bash and everything.
Is that all right?
Yeah, great.
Do you like that sort of thing?
Yeah,
Is that up your street?
Nearly there.
Look, Jay. Celebrity City.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. Woo! It's behind your back. Yeah.
Come on, Roxanne, work it. Thank you, thank you.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Roxanne's accelerated spending over the last 2 years has given her a front row seat at this star-studded event.
Welcome to the annual Spendaholics Awards.
And the nominations for Biggest Spender are: for her role in Handbag Queen, she's impressed the judges by spending a staggering £3,850 on celebrity-inspired handbags. Roxanne Russell.
The next nomination is for her heartwarming portrayal of a girl out of control, a whopping spend of £4,035 on shoes. It's none other than Roxanne Russell.
And the final nomination for this category is a love story between a girl and her wardrobe. A staggering spend of £4,038 on clothes. She's nominated again. It's Roxanne Russell. And the winner is, if you'd like to reveal, Benjamin.
Roxanne Russell!
Young Roxanne Russell, the £12,000 a year receptionist from Bewdley, has swept the board in every single category.
Well done, Roxanne!
Okay, all right. Now, Roxanne, you have absolutely wowed the judges in this category by spending in under 2 years on bags, shoes and clothes a whopping £11,923.
Oh my God. Oh dear. My mum would go mad.
That's almost 1 year's salary. Are you looking forward to your career going from strength to strength from here, or do you think maybe it's time to hang up your spending boots?
I think it's time to quit now.
Putting all the pantomime aside, would you really like some help?
I really would, yes.
OK, well, that's what we're here for.
It's a wet and miserable day in North London. Jay and Benjamin have invited Miriam to her local woods for a treasure hunt. She's used to tracking down clothes and accessories in shops, but what horrors will she find here?
Nice to meet you. I'm Jay.
Hello,
This is
Jay.
Benjamin.
Hello, Benjamin. Nice to meet you.
Have you got any idea why we brought you here today?
No, I haven't, no.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Would you like a clue?
I would like a clue, yes.
OK, funny you should say that, because I have for you here a clue. The first clue in your treasure hunt. Because you are famous for hunting down items that you covet.
Right.
Yeah?
So we're
Is that
expecting
true?
you to be really good at this.
Not sure you'll find what you want at the end of it.
Oh, that's
but
nice.
Take this,
Okay.
Thank
read
you.
it.
Head back to the crossroads and the sign, follow the capital ring and look for the iron bars, a prison of accessories. Oh my God!
What is
Where's
this?
the clue?
Each clue contains a sum of money that represents what Miriam spent on the items in her rented room.
£3,155.
What's that?
What do you think it is?
Is that the amount I
Well,
spent
it's the
on
amount of money spent
accessories?
on shoes and bags.
And that's it? That's just all
What do
I
you mean
bought was
that's it?
that?
£3,155.
No, I mean that's a lot, isn't it,
Yes.
really? Head for Hornsey and the barren expanse.
£3,196. Miriam, what have you done?
I think that's all the money that I spend on costume jewellery. It was a lot of stuff, and it is a lot of money that I spent on just pure costume jewellery. Didn't really realise how much I'd spent.
Let's see what's next.
Oh my God! My dress is hanging from a tree. Oh
that
my
say?
God! That is a lot, isn't it?
£7,441.
What do you think of that?
I'm actually flabbergasted.
That is all the clothes that you have bought in your room.
That's a lot more than I expected it to be.
You're finally slightly flabbergasted, aren't you? You were getting there.
You've never worked it out like this, have you?
No,
How much
no,
on specific things?
no.
I'm going to add this to your burdens.
Okay.
I think you're less clueless than when you started out today.
Thanks.
The full value of everything in Miriam's room is £17,938, enough for a deposit on a flat.
If we sort of fast forward to Miriam at 55, what do you want to be doing then? What's your master plan?
I would like to have my own property, I would like to be successful in my job, and I would like not to be spending at the rate I'm spending now.
OK. Because, you know, the thing is, at 55 is the age where most people have paid off their mortgages, because most of them have got their own property and are on that mortgage ladder before you. Because what we'd like to show you is the property that we think you will own at 55 if you don't stop spending.
Miriam will be 55 in another 28 years. But what will shopping at her current rate mean for her dream of owning a property? Benjamin and Jay have one more fright in store.
Now, I'm just going to take your blindfold off and show you your property. Now.
Oh, my God.
What does that say up there?
Oh, my God. 137,468.
Exactly. This figure represents the amount that you will have spent at 55 on clothes if you continue spending at the rate you're spending. And this here is your property, because this will be the amount of stuff that you will have accumulated by the age of 55 if you carry on.
Absolutely horrendous.
And there won't be a house.
What would you rather have?
I'd rather have somewhere to live than have loads of clothes to live on. Well, I don't want to end up to the point where I've got this amount of stuff in front of me.
I think we should go and sit down and work out your cold turkey budget and get you started.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's leave this behind.
Yeah.
If Miriam... To force Shannon to confront her excessive spending over the past 2 years, Benjamin and Jay have arranged a little game.
Hello, Shannon. I'm Jay. Nice to meet you. You're looking very nervous.
I am a little bit.
Are you? Because you
I
don't know what's going on. OK. Well, I promise you nothing horrid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play I Live Like a Millionaire.
Shannon, welcome to tonight's I Live Like a Millionaire. Fantastic! OK, so the way we play the game is really simple. We show you the amount of money that you spend on something, and you have to guess whether your true spend is higher or lower. Okay. And you might find that the audience help out. So first up, your spend in the last 2 years on clothes and shoes and accessories. What do you think of £6,000? Do you think you spent higher or lower than £6,000?
Lower.
Lower? She's saying lower. What do you say, audience?
Shannon's proved she's no winner in the game of saving. Can she come up trumps on her spending?
Higher or lower?
Lower.
The real figure is...
Almost half Shannon's annual salary. Enough to buy this top-of-the-range caravan.
£10,023.65. OK, moving on to round 2. I want you to think about how much money you spend on going out in the last 2 years. Here's a figure. £8,000 on going out. You're saying... OK, final chance.
Lower. The actual amount is...
For that, Shannon could have been messing about on the water, having bought this flashy speedboat.
£12,476.33. How do you feel about spending that much money on going out?
Disgusting.
More or less shocked than the amount of money you spent on clothes, bags and accessories? Worth every penny. So you got your money's worth?
Definitely.
Okie dokie.
And the final round is fake tan and beauty. This is where Shannon's spending really racks up. Jay starts the bidding at £10,000, but what's the true figure?
£10,000. Higher or lower?
I'd say that was pretty spot on.
Higher! I can't hear you! The audience is saying higher, and you're saying...
I know it's not less than that, so I'll go with higher.
Jay Hunt says... Oh!
Enough for a deposit on this two-bedroom luxury Essex flat.
£18,534.95. Shannon, that is way higher than 10,000. Before you go, I just want you to say to me our very important catchphrase. Thank you, I live like a millionaire.
Thank you. I live like a millionaire.
Well done today.
But when the applause dies, Jay and Benjamin's reality check begins to hit home.
I was really, really shocked when they told me how much I've been spending over the last couple of years. I never really thought about the big picture. I know what I spend roughly each time, but I can't believe how much, that much. I have to say that I've found today really easy and really fun, but I think we need to get down to nitty-gritty.
Careful what you wish for, Shannon. It's time for your wallet to have the week off.